think that's the right format. That's the format I'm gonna take right now.
Let's sing a song for Uncle Kyle. Don't you jizz on baby.
Don't
you jizz on top me.
Just walk on by.
Looking like, motherfucker, you do that?
Point your dick the other way.
Yeah.
All right, and here we go. And 3, 2.
And welcome back to the Metal Hand Guy podcast. I'm your host, Wayne. Sitting next to me are these two lovely gentlemen.
I'm the lovely Adam.
And?
I am tantalizing Kyle.
Ooh. And of course, we have the flower princess himself.
I'm also Adam.
That's good. I wish somebody else would be so
Oh my God. So Rum, how you doing?
Be the Rum Guy?
I'm doing good. Y'all doing all right?
I'm fine. I'm okay.
I'm
just doing a little moving here and there. Kyle?
Being active.
There's so many things that have gone on this past week and a half, and I know you guys got a lot of stories.
Yeah,
so I'm anxious to hear them.
There's been a bunch of shit going on. Like pregnant people falling out of the sky, and Kyle having a baby, and
you know what that was?
What?
That was just a stork trying to deliver the baby in, the whole thing.
I'm just picking up stuff, Kyle.
It just dropped him off.
I said Kyle had a baby, and he goes, "Wait, what?"
Throwing that gree on me, man.
What the fuck? I don't remember this.
Trying to get me.
Oh man.
Oh well, we got some stories to talk about. Like what? Oh, I heard. Thinking of speaking of things falling out of the sky. Rum.
Oh,
Rum.
Yeah.
Yes.
I fell out of the sky.
Yes, you did.
Rum fell out of the sky.
He did.
What?
There's a moral to this story. I'm going to keep this story extremely short.
Well, you flying around?
We had the hurricane come through not too long ago, so there was a lot of damage. So I decided to take it upon myself. I was going to go up and repair a section that's over. It's kind of an important area on top of the roof because it was leaking down near a large area of electrical circuits and stuff like that. It's a dangerous spot to have a leak. We got all these circuit breakers and stuff, but you're talking like big wattage. Not just residential stuff. It's like, okay, I got to repair this. So I got up on the roof and I fixed the roof, but I wanted to do it since it was in an area where there wasn't any people. I thought, let me do it early. So I got a lot of other stuff to do today. So I'm on a roof at 5 o'clock and 5:30 in the morning, and I'm crawling around up there and, fixing the roof and banging away, banging, fixing the drywall, putting the paper down, getting the shingles on. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. All right, now I'm going to get down because I got other stuff to do. So I'm coming off the roof, and apparently, who knew? I went down. I was going to go the same way I came up, but I was like, no, I'm going to go over here. It's just a better angle, it seemed to be at the time. And the shingles were laying there, and they looked just perfectly fine until you step on them. And they weren't attached anymore. So I just kind of like a bobsled, action. It's like, motherfucker! And I'm going down, and I grab on, and I'm hanging on basically the gutter off the roof. And I'm about 25 feet.
Jesus.
So off the roof.
I'm hanging there and I'm holding on with one hand because the ladder's right next to me and I'm trying to grab the ladder, but of course the ladder falls. So now I'm hanging there going, motherfucker, there's only one way down. I can yell, no one's going to hear me.
And it was at that moment that Rum remembered that scene from Mission Impossible 2 where Tom Cruise fought against nature and climbed up.
I had a lot of things running through my head at that point. Not one of them was, I'm going to die, because I figured, I'm just going to get fucked up. So I was like, all right, well, I'm looking around. There's no easy way to do this. I thought I could do the swing thing. I'm swinging like you see in the movies. If I can just get enough momentum to swing my leg back up on the roof. And then the gutter started to give away. So I was like, well, fuck it. Let me just let go. So I let go. But my heels on my boot, as I'm coming pretty close to the wall, there was a bit of a ledge sticking out. And I hit my feet on the ledge, but it wasn't a big enough ledge to stand on. But it flipped me upside down.
Oh, Jesus.
So yes. I'm coming down, and you know that part when you're watching the Superman movie, and he gets really intense, and he's looking at the ground, he's like, I'm going faster. And he throws his arms back by his side, he goes really quick, and he's looking straight at the ground. That was me. but I wasn't trying to be cool about it. I'm just like
you were just trying not to have your face smashed open.
Yeah. So I go to throw my. I'm thinking I'm going to put my hands out at this height. I'm going to break my arm.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I thought
his face.
I put my arms up, but I kind of put them up in like a defensive, like if someone's like a defensive attack position, you know, like you're defending from somebody, you have your arms up in front of your face.
Like a girl.
Well, because I wanted them close to my chest, because I'm going to impact. I want to protect my ribs and protect my face.
Right. Like you're being raped. Right. I got you.
Yeah. So, but what I didn't take into account was the speed in which I had fallen. So when I fell, and happened really quick, when my arms hit the ground, they pushed open, and I took my face and went, look, concrete. Boom! And I fucked up my teeth, and I had to go get those fixed this weekend, and split my lip open. I took a large chunk out of the inside of my cheek, about the size of a quarter. And I think, because I'm supposed to go get this x-rayed, I didn't do it yet. There's a possibility I cracked my orbital bone.
Jesus.
In my face.
Rum, when you're getting into like violent situations at this point in your life, when you're up against some large person,
or I like to call it when I'm facing adversity,
and they want to fight, do you just think to yourself, "Fuck it, I'm immortal"?
Well, I'll tell you what, I didn't feel immortal. I laid on that ground for a while in a nice. I really thought I did a lot more damage because of the amount of blood that was coming out of my face. And I ended up. I probably was there. It felt probably longer than I was there, maybe, but I was probably only on the ground for about 4 or 5 minutes. And I kind of got up, and I made my way to through the front doors of the large residential building. And I go to the front desk, and the front desk girl was watching YouTube. And I said, I'm going to leave today. I'm going home. And she looked at me, and she screamed at me. I mean, she screamed at me like I was the Elephant Man. Like, horror! You know, that type of panic. And then, you know, I had to get looked at real quick by the resident nurse. And
what did she scream again?
Horror!
Okay. Just checking.
I want to make a Crystal Shard reference.
Sound like the goat from Willow.
But I think I've been making too many Crystal Shard references lately. So
Crystal Shard.
Yeah, I want to make a Crystal Shard reference.
Go for it. We haven't heard you say one yet.
Like Skeksis yelling at Skeksis.
Oh yeah, I know what Skeksis are.
Yes, that was it. I mean, I didn't really have one plan.
Oh wait, there you go. Just ruin the fucking whole thing.
I want one in there, but I've been making.
Goddamn it, Kyle! This is why Rum can't tell a fucking story.
Yes,
the Dark Crystal. The Dark Crystal's where we talk about people.
It's a terrible story.
But anyway, that was me falling from the sky. Much like
amazing.
Who else was falling from the sky?
Oh, Kyle's baby.
Kyle's baby fell from the sky.
Yes, he had a baby this weekend.
You know, speaking of all this, you know, it just reminded me that Rum is basically Wolverine, and there was a Wolverine trailer.
Yeah.
There was a new Wolverine trailer.
Before we get into that, I want to say one thing though. I called Rum the day that this happened, and I want to say when he talked to me on the phone, this is what he sounded like. I'm like, what?
What were you doing?
I smashed my face open.
That's what my dad sounded like when he had a stroke.
That was close. It was close.
What were you doing, Rum? What were you doing?
He was trying to repair a roof.
I got the repair done. I repaired a section of roof that was leaking water over top of the high voltage electrical.
And instead, he has to have repair his face. But I did say when I did call, thank God he was ugly to start. So now it doesn't really matter. No one can tell that he's been hurt.
You know what? Okay. I'm actually healing up pretty good. Except I got this fucking gash in my mouth, inside my mouth, from where I bit through my cheek.
Yeah.
You know, that shit hurts. You know.
Well, you're healing fuck yeah, dude. Take care of that.
And the bruising. After that, and if my orbital bone's not cracked again, I'll be good.
Your arms didn't do anything for you today. What? Your arms? You tried to do this whole arm thing that you explained.
It's probably why I'm still able to talk. That and the dental shit I had done this weekend.
You didn't actually crush your entire face, because if you did face first,
your heels hit the wall. What? How do you do?
As he was falling.
Yeah, how was he hanging? How were you hanging on the gutter?
Like this.
You remember the
that one hand?
Cliffhanger?
Well, no, probably two hands, but he slipped off.
You know Sylvester Stallone in Cliffhanger when he's holding on to the rock? That's how I was holding on.
Yeah, we do.
But not as cool.
Right. So basically, he was the raccoon from Ace Ventura 2.
With the fingers?
No, the raccoon.
There.
Well, cliffhanger. they did a spoof on Cliffhanger on that movie where he was going
across
with a raccoon.
And the fucking raccoon, the little fingers. You saw the raccoon fingers
and he falls.
Fell.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what Rum was like. Thank you.
I just remember him going to Africa.
Bumblebee tuna, motherfucker.
Yeah, he Bumblebee tuna.
Excuse me, sir, but your balls are showing. Bumblebee tuna. All right.
Showing these new pants.
That shit was awesome, man.
Oh,
but I'm glad you're all right, Rum. Really, you
gotta go practice your mama's, Rum.
And honestly, the first thing I told Rum was I told him two things. I gave him two suggestions. I said, one, what was the first suggestion, Rum?
Get a new job.
Yep. That was it. That was the first. That was the first. It was. That's from the
every time he gets a new
trauma.
job, it's the same job though.
Well, no. And the second
just
thing,
all-around handyman, right?
The second thing I told him, make sure it's an office job.
You need to sit the hell down, Ron. You need one of those.
He ain't much handy now, is he?
Hey, Ron, I got a suggestion too. Maybe if you learned the triple Lindy, you'd be able to stick the landing.
All right, see now you lost half the people too.
The triple. I don't even know that's how.
It's
that's
a
how
reference.
Is that how you say it? It's triple Lindy.
Yeah, it's a reference to Back to School.
Oh,
it was the dive that
Rodney Dangerfield movie.
Triple Lux cow. Oh.
No,
that's ice skating. Right?
You've never seen Back to School?
With a cow and it's ice skating.
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
Rodney Dangerfield. That's what you're talking about. Yeah, I have seen that.
That's the movie that made Sam Kinison super famous.
Yep.
Kinnison's in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so is Iron Man.
Fucking Robert Downey
Jr.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was just on not too long ago, and I was like, look at Robert Downey looking on.
He was also in Weird Science too.
Weird who? Robert Downey?
Robert Downey Jr. was in
a shit ton of movies.
Just
he didn't pop to me until fucking Tropic Thunder. And so I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
You didn't like Iron Man?
Huh?
You didn't like Iron Man?
No, yeah, I did like Iron Man.
Well, that was before.
Yeah, he didn't fucking, like, he didn't stand out to me until fucking.
He was the main character in the movie, though.
No, what came out before? Iron Man was first.
Iron Man was first?
Yeah, but still, that didn't really fucking justify shit. But that was cool.
I get it. It's a black thing.
It was. Once he was pretending to be a black man, it was okay.
Well, that was also good.
Because you woke, motherfucker. That's why. Because you woke.
And then motherfuckers want to call you a white comedian.
For him, just all his fucking. It was very funny.
We're throwing you out of the comedy clan now.
It was so hilarious. Like, I didn't expect him to go from serious and, like, to play another role like that. Yeah. And, it was just
well, he started in, like,
Ben Stiller's
he was
hilarious.
Every time your cat meows.
Yes.
Nikolai
Another
the
angel
black would be so
wings.
horny for attention and shit.
He's like on X. We feed him ecstasy.
There you go.
See?
Yeah, ecstasy.
Anyway.
But
Sherlock Holmes was the shit.
Yeah, that was good. I enjoyed that. I didn't see the second one though.
It was really good.
It was good.
Yeah.
So okay. Now let's get into this trailer.
Oh, we're back to that now.
Oh yeah, we went from Iron Man to the trailer.
What happened to the lady?
What lady?
The lady that's coming over here.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
So
let's get on to this trailer then.
Yeah, let's do the trailer. Run to the trailer. Adam brought up a trailer.
There's a trailer for Logan coming out in March.
Oh my God, I've seen a trailer.
Is that,
do you load stuff on it, or is it you actually mean the movie trailer?
I got a baby trailer.
See, I told you it's baby Father Sky.
Pumpkins on it.
Do you jizz on it?
I do not. It's for babies.
What is this?
Exactly.
What?
You came on babies last time.
I don't come on these babies. It was an accident. These babies don't.
I would hope so.
I don't know. I don't know the parents of these babies. I know the parent of that baby.
Is there a version of manslaughter for jizzing on babies if it's an accident?
A version of manslaughter?
Well, like if you accidentally kill somebody, it's manslaughter instead of first degree or second degree. Is there a version?
Come on, a baby?
Don't they just call it mayonnaise?
I just want to say something, Kyle. You know me. You know me and Caitlin. Please don't come on my baby.
I'm not.
I'm just saying. You said you
if
knew the parents of those
to the
babies.
story, that would only happen if he was fucking one of y'all.
Well, that's true, but I'm just saying.
Thank you.
But what I'm saying is, he just mentioned. I
just don't go around coming on babies. Damn.
But you said I knew the parents of that baby, so it was all right.
It was not all right. It still wasn't okay. It's not good to come on babies. This is an accident, and it is understood that it's accidental. You don't intentionally come on babies.
That poor kid tried to open his eyes. It was like sealed shut.
You get a wet wipe, man.
It was like when them cats try to get their eyes open for the first time. Anyway.
Sometimes I like to imagine the people who tune into this show for the first time.
I'd like to
what
apologize.
is it? First 10 minutes? First 10? First 20 in?
In fact, Wayne...
you got baby cum?
Wayne likes to...
Coming home. That's different. You got to rearrange those words.
Yeah, a little bit.
Wayne likes to message people on Twitter to come on the show. And, yeah, I know.
I do.
And this woman, who I guess is an adult, like, cam girl or something like that.
Yeah.
As opposed to a teenage cam girl. And she said, "Oh, cool! I'll check out the show." And when she said that, I was like, "Please let her tune into like the show that's coming out this Monday, which will be like the most racist show we've a show where I literally say the words, "I only jizz on niggers." Please let her tune.
I didn't say this.
I said that. You weren't on that episode.
What happens there? I leave for one episode, and then there's jizz everywhere.
Well, look. I put it this way: when Kevin shows up on the show,
things get a little.
The word nigga goes everywhere.
Things get a little hectic.
I just don't understand it.
I don't get it either, but it just happens.
Things get a little hectic.
But it just doesn't stop there.
The clan gets called.
Happens around it. You know, it's like, I don't know. It's just
2 or 3 Mexicans become woke.
Yep.
It's gross.
Well, you see, that episode, Kyle was woke. He drank some kind of stuff.
I drank a tincture.
Whatever that means.
I wish he had been woke when we were driving to Dallas, so I'd have something to talk to.
He was definitely not woke then.
I was asleep. Sleep the whole way.
But now he's woke. Thanks to the voodoo man's tincture.
If I was a
wasn't
comedy,
voodoo.
that would be a bit for me. Like niggas always talking about being woke, but they always be sleeping because they don't have jobs.
Because they don't have jobs.
I'd have to work on it, but like I said, it's hacky. It's hacky.
I would say you would have to work on that. Because,
big words.
Look, it's okay for me just coming up on the spot.
Here comes coming again.
Here we go.
Anyway, so there was a Logan trailer.
That was a Logan trailer.
Looked really good. I actually know the guy.
Love it. Oh my god!
Did you see the red band where Logan pops his claws and a guy?
I didn't see that one. I saw the one.
Well, at the end of the trailer, he literally it's literally the most violent thing that's ever been in a Wolverine movie.
It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome.
And I know the dude who's
did I see that
who gets killed.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, he's that guy, Luke Hawks, that does the wrestling.
Oh, is that who that was?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not friends
with him. The whole
with
trailer, he doesn't pull out his claws until the end, right?
Yeah. Well,
he gets pissed off.
Towards the end, he does it a couple times, but yeah.
Now, he only does it a few times, right? Like him young? What is going on here?
No, it's Old Man Logan.
Old Logan.
Oh, this is Old Logan. This is like the last
now
Clint Eastwood movie.
He's walking around.
Now explain to me this.
He is walking around.
I thought, because I never read Old Man Logan, so I don't know. Okay. But I thought personally that he could never get aged.
Damn it! This is when y'all want to talk about.
No, he just aged slowly.
Well, a couple things. Number one, whenever you're talking about a movie adaptation, it's very rare that movie adaptation is like just a straight copy.
Well, yeah.
Watchmen was 90% of a straight copy.
Lots of dick.
But that's rare.
Movie.
And you loved it, didn't you?
The impression that Wolverine just aged extremely slow.
What did you say, Rum? I'm sorry, I got kind of dazed by Kyle over here talking about how he likes
blue.
He likes blue dick.
I was just under the impression that the story of Wolverine, it wasn't that he was immortal. He just aged extremely slow.
Oh,
okay. Okay, well, so a couple things. So first of all, it's at best going to be loosely based on Old Man Logan. Loosely. It's actually probably more like spiritually similar.
Okay. All right.
Because you can't do Old Man, like even though that was the rumor they were doing Old Man Logan, you can't do Old Man Logan in a live action movie because Fox owns the X-Men characters. Old Man Logan is pretty much Wolverine and Hawkeye in the Spider-Mobile. Remember the old Jeep Spider-Mobile?
Yeah.
Driving through a post-apocalyptic Marvel universe. So you meet all kinds of characters that Fox doesn't own.
Right.
So that wasn't going to happen.
Those. Okay.
I will say this. I can see certain cues from it. Visually, he looks a lot like the old Man Logan character.
He kind of would be old Man Logan.
The whole thing.
But I'm saying
like The Last of Us. Like if they made a Last of Us movie and how he was walking around with a little girl.
Well, so.
But then it made me cum my pants when I seen him with his claws come out.
There we go, jizz again.
So sexy.
Dude, you got issues.
A little bit. Yes.
I'm kind of like disturbed sitting next to you at the moment.
Blue dick, coming, baby cum.
Because if you think I'm
y'all
glad,
brought up baby.
I'm glad I didn't shave because I would look like a giant baby if I did. Anyway,
what do you rate
What kind of weed you smoking today?
What do you mean? It's always good weed. Are you serious?
You come out talking about all this. I know. Just go ahead.
So Xavier seems to be taking the Hawkeye role because Hawkeye in Old Man Logan was blind, and that was the whole deal. Was Hawkeye had become a drug dealer and had to. I'm trying to think of what is it? Midnight Run, the movie where they have to get across country with drugs.
Midnight Run.
Midnight Cowboy.
Midnight Cowboy.
There you go.
Midnight Run was the one with I forget who it was. But he was in a train.
Midnight. It was sort of a Midnight Cowboy riff where they had to get across country on drug with drugs. But since Hawkeye was blind, he couldn't do it on his own.
He couldn't navigate the road.
And Wolverine only does it at the beginning of Old Man Logan, we find out that Wolverine was tricked by Mysterio into murdering all the X-Men, and so he goes into a deep
depression.
Yeah, that's the easiest word for it, depression. So he hasn't been Wolverine in many years. He's got a family. The Hulk has become the hills have eyes. He
fucks his own people.
He fucks his cousin She-Hulk. And has Hulk babies that are inbred.
All right, now I got to read this fucking
what
shit.
the fuck?
It's something you'd like.
Is that it?
Oh, thank you.
This is in Logan?
Old Man Logan this isn't in the movie. I'm explaining the difference between the comic and the
wow.
All right. So now I don't know if I should feel insulted or I should be
is it
okay.
Dumb
I
Hulk
like
that's
that.
fucking shit?
Are you going to pretend that doesn't sound like something you'd want to read?
No, but the thing was, you were like, yeah, there's incest in it. You would like it. I'm like, really?
That's not what I said.
Really?
That's not what I said.
You know what?
Anyway.
No, but it does sound like something I'd really like to read.
Going back to what you said, I can kind of see that because Ray is pretty persuasive.
Ray.
Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio, the wrestler?
Fuck off. That was a stretch. Nobody knew. Nobody got that.
All right.
It
Anyway,
was good, though. I liked it.
But that was the motivation. So basically, the Wolverine in the comic lives in the Hulk's territory, and his inbred children come and say, you owe us, whatever, $50,000 or something like that, or we're going to murder your family. And you have 4 days to get it.
Are they beastly, too?
Well, they're inbred.
They're fucked up.
They're Hulk. They're inbred Hulks.
They're inbred Hulks.
So that's where all the different colors came from?
Do they have pictures of these?
No, that's not. That's
the different colors came from the planet of Hulk.
Yeah, it's a comic.
Oh, of course.
I have to get this.
So basically, Hawkeye says, I got these drugs. I'll give you the money. He has 7 or 8 days, something like that, to get across country and get back and give them the money. And shit goes wrong. Obviously, that's not going to happen in this movie.
It's kind of like a buddy cop movie.
So it seems like, from what I can tell from the trailer, what I think is going on is he has said something horrible happened to him. They said that there's not no more mutants around except for a handful,
right?
Which is a thing in Old Man Logan as well, where they said they thought that mutants were the future of the human race, and it turns out they were just an aberration that went away because mutants stopped occurring. So there's going to be that. It's possible, from what I understand, Wolverine. This is from the trailer.
What, man?
I didn't.
You got surprised.
Yes.
That it was warm water?
God, no, it's
a flavored water.
It's a flavored water.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, it threw me off.
Kyle just took a swig of water. That's for both the Rum and the audience.
Yeah, he did silence to me, asked if we can have a water. I said, yeah, they're right behind you. And he grabbed one, and that whole case is different flavors. So he just grabbed one out of it and freaked
also,
himself out.
that's why I can't tell a story.
I really want to know about these Hulks.
Sorry about that, man.
That was a big part of Old Man Logan, was that there were no more mutants, and they say that they either say or imply in the trailer that Wolverine has lost a lot of his healing factor. So that would account for a lot of it.
Yeah, they did imply that in the
I do want to point out this, though. Like, a lot of Old Man Logan is a build-up. Wolverine doesn't pop his claws until, I think it's like a 8-issue arc. And he doesn't pop his claws until, the last 2 issues or something like that. So I think there's going to be, in this movie, I think that'll be a factor where it'll be a slow build-up where he won't pop his claws for most of the movie, and then something's going to happen. It's also worth mentioning the little girl is very likely the current Wolverine, X-23.
X-23, yeah.
It's basically, in the comics, she's a female clone of Logan. In the movie, it's possible that there's a Weapon X thing going on where she is cloned from him, or it could just be that she's got a healing factor and is kind of feral.
Yes, that can be her name, Feral Kitty.
It could be. I hope you're right, Rum, because that sounds entertaining. The other thing is the villains in it are old X-Men villains called the Reavers.
I remember the Reavers.
They were this team of cyborgs that there used to be these homeless mutants called the Morlocks.
Wasn't it like cannibals or something?
No, you're the Morlocks. The name comes from is it Gulliver's Trout? No, it's World
of Warcraft. They're frog people.
No. The Morlocks comes from H.G. Wells, the time machine. Yeah, because there was the Morlocks were the underground people, and the Eloi were the educated people in the light. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying that's where it comes from. Is from,
right? Sure.
From H.G. Wells. So in the comics, the Reavers murdered the Morlocks, and then they become villains when the X-Men spend a brief time in Australia. None of this is going to play in the movie. I'm just saying.
Hold on to that too. Now think about that last statement. The Reavers and from Australia, and that was the name of the bad guys in Mad Max. And
that was also the name of the bad guys in Firefly.
Yeah, the Reavers.
No,
right?
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
it might be. Yeah.
It's just funny, especially in Mad Max.
The Mad Max would have come out before the Reavers and X-Men, because that would have been closer to 1990 when the Reavers popped up. X-Men.
Well, yeah, the X-Men.
89,
90. Mad Max was in
early
80.
I think the first one. Well,
the first one was
Road Warrior was 85,
79.
79.
Yeah,
okay.
It's an old movie.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, but that's all I can think of from the trailer.
That's pretty neat. That's a lot of detail for a trailer.
I think it's going to be. Well, it's actually even just a teaser, but I think it's going to be a good movie. I'm actually really excited for this.
I don't want to watch it now because I just want to listen to you talk about it.
I want to know about this Hulk.
All right. You got big questions. Go ahead, Kyle. I know you got big questions.
All right. Is there a whole backstory about this Hulk? Was it the dumb Hulk?
You don't get to see it, but they do explain. The Hulk shows up in the last issue. You don't actually see him for most of the series because he ends up being the ultimate villain.
Is it? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it?
What you see you see his kids and grandkids, who are
grandkids.
Yeah, who are all
inbred.
They're all inbred. So basically, they explain the backstory on the road trip where. So, at some point. So all the supervillains get together and decide, hey, let's team up and kill all the heroes, which is a simple idea that's been used 100 times, whatever. So the United States gets broken up into different territories. Mm-hmm. So there's Hulkland, which is the West Coast, Oregon, California.
Yeah, but who can afford the ticket prices?
Reach.
No, actually, that was pretty good. It just took me a minute. I was like, oh, okay, fuck you. At some point after taking over this territory, the Hulk is sitting around and goes crazy, and he's just like, I want to have kids, but if I fuck a normal chick, she'll die because I got fucking Hulk dick. And he's like, well, who can I fuck?
This day and age,
the Great Hulk, the Red Hulk, the Green Hulk.
This is just a
regular
green Hulk.
Dumb Hulk?
No.
Smart Hulk?
No, he's
The real
he's
Hulk.
smart. He's smart.
The real
regular
Hulk.
but he's smart.
Okay.
The real
So
one.
he decides
The good one.
the only woman that he can really fucking impregnate is cousin. So I don't know if we're expected to believe he raped her.
I don't think he'd go that far, would he?
You think that's the going too far? Everything else that I've just described, that's what's going too far? So, but I don't think he does. I think they decide to become a couple for whatever reason. It's pretty fucked up and over the top. And actually, I was talking to a friend who also read it the other day after he saw the trailer, and he was saying he's not that excited because Old Man Logan kind of like turned his stomach because it goes very, very far over the limit. It's a pretty fucked up. Like it's basically a horror story.
It really is. I mean, I remember reading over
the limit how? What do you mean?
Like it just goes to like it's the guy who wrote it, Mark Miller, likes to be edgy. Like, okay, have you ever read Preacher?
No.
Oh, well, that's nice.
I'm sorry.
Okay, well, there's another writer named Garth Ennis who
haven't read anything now.
there's another writer named Garth Ennis who created Preacher, and he also did Punisher. He did a book called The Boys. And the common thing with Garth Ennis is that he's from Ireland. He's from obviously a war-torn area that, like years of violence between the Catholics and the Protestants. And I think that plays a lot with that culture. But whereas Garth Ennis is fairly effective when he goes too far, Mark Miller is also a great writer, but when he goes too far, it's just like, ugh.
Well, I have a statement though about the Hulk thing real quick, and we'll probably move on from it. But he's
Hal
Dr.
just wants to talk about this for the rest of the hour. Sorry, go on, bro.
He's Dr. Bruce Banner. He's not the Hulk all the time. So he could have just had.
He's well. First of all, you just gave away a point of the ending, but he's both actually. He's an integrated version of the Hulk at the end of that book.
Because there was a time where they actually extracted the Hulk from Banner.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Keep going.
I thought that might be the Hulk we were talking about.
No,
no.
Bruce Banner and the Hulk are the same.
All Hulks
are the same person in the story.
Right. They're still okay.
When you see Bruce Banner, he's still the Hulk. And
well, I've got a story that ties into this really well.
So he doesn't.
So do I.
He doesn't turn back into.
Go first, Wayne.
Right.
He just
Mine's
stays
really
Hulk
quick.
all the time.
Sure.
No, you just got to read it. But I don't want to give you haven't read it. I don't want to give away explain
Right. Yeah.
how it ends.
I'm definitely gonna read this. So.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, I can tell you exactly what happened.
I could. Oh, but you're gonna ruin it for that guy.
Yeah, and I'll
It's not a movie.
No.
It's something that I wouldn't. I probably.
They couldn't actually make Old Man Logan into a movie. So this movie, I think, is going to be a lot about the same thing. Where basically the point of Old Man Logan is by the end of the movie, he goes from being this hobbled old Wolverine or old Logan to being the Wolverine again.
Okay.
Not by choice. He's dragged, kicking, and screaming. It's absolutely a horror story. Like it's pretty fucked up.
What about you, Wayne?
Just you brought up the Preacher for a few seconds, or Preacher for a second. Steve Dillon died.
Steve Dillon was the co-creator of Preacher, the artist. He also worked with among other things, he worked with Ennis on Punisher for a pretty awesome run. In fact, their Punisher Max series, which starts with Welcome Back Frank, is probably one of the great Punisher runs, because there's a lot of shitty Punisher comics out there.
Yeah,
there's some good runs, but their Punisher Max series, which like in theory it's an alternate universe. It sort of takes place in our world, like it's a real life quote unquote version of the Punisher.
Right.
But yeah, it's really sad, especially considering like the dude probably is just now, like, because of that show, getting money for the first time in his life.
Yeah, he's probably just getting paid, and he dies.
And and somebody said, well, it's at least his work's getting recognized now. And I'm like, it's not really. Like, people, it's not like The Walking Dead where people are running in to get that comic. Like, I don't even know if that show's doing well.
It is. They only did one season so far, though.
The Punisher?
Oh, is it over?
Oh.
No,
yeah.
He's talking about Preacher.
Oh, Preacher. Oh.
Yeah, the first season's over. You said the second season will be. Yeah. The second season be.
Do they have an audiobook?
Filmed here,
of it?
you said.
Oh my God, do they have an audiobook?
Oh yeah, that's true. But I didn't know it was over. Wait, what?
Is it on audiobook?
It's a comic.
Man, you just need to learn how to read.
Nah, it's not that. It's just that I don't have the time to read.
Oh, sure you do.
I
Yeah,
don't.
Wait,
I got
comics got like 15
I got
pages.
number ones. I got like the whole number ones of like a few comics, and I haven't just had time.
Do you
to
watch
sit there and
movies?
read. Yeah.
It takes less time to read a graphic novel than it does to watch a movie.
See?
It don't take you.
Why
an
is
hour
it
and a half.
different?
Because my attention span to watch a movie
Well, that's fair.
compared to reading,
That's
I
fair.
get lost, dude.
That's
What you-
not
what
only
you
is
oughta
that fair,
do-
but I buy that completely because I've met you.
Yeah, what you want to do.
I can't. It's so
What you ought to
hard.
do before
son.
you start a movie, read the first few pages of the book, and then start your movie. And then when it's over, read the next few pages of the book.
Ron, what was your related?
Okay.
Well,
I'm
it
just trying,
actually
you know-
kind of related to we were talking about the Hulk thing. This is a real person. I was downtown today, and there
okay.
was I come around the corner.
And by the way, Ron, no, you're right. This is not related, loose. But go
What can I
on.
tell you? I was coming around the corner, and I literally ran into a giant. I'm not kidding. This person.
What was his name?
You know
Andre?
that. You know that basketball player, that Japanese or Chinese guy who's a basketball
Yao
player.
Ming?
Yao Ming.
Yeah. Okay. This woman was in heels, and still and would have crested over his head by at least 2 inches. This woman was gigantic.
Yao Ming's like 7 foot.
Did
Yeah,
she,
yeah,
did she
she-
pick
she
you
was-
up in her
she was
arms and
7
cradle
foot.
you?
In flat.
It's 7 foot in flats. There's another. She's a model. She's I believe the tallest woman.
Did you look at her and go, "You're a huge bitch," and walk away?
What ethnicity was she? Rum. Oh, is Rum gone? I heard him kind of fade out.
I guess. Yep. There you go. All right.
Okay. Ron?
Anyway,
And he's back.
Jesus
no.
Christ.
No, go ahead, Rum. Sorry.
and it was internet connection interruption, I guess. Anyway, so I turned the corner, and of all people to run into, I run into this woman.
What ethnicity
I'm
was
5'7". My head was under her boobs.
That's a good place to be.
Did you enjoy that?
No, because I just
Wait, I got a question.
Nah.
Does she have
was getting
saggy
a lot of
titties or
love.
perky
What?
ones?
What?
Does she have saggy titties or perky ones? Because that affects the height.
She was. They were pretty much straight out.
What ethnicity was she?
Nice.
You know what? I'm gonna say she looked maybe.
It's gonna be something weird.
No, I'm gonna say she looked kind of Greek. Maybe Greek.
Greek women strong
This
like
is
bull.
the person that's taller than Yao Ming. This is the woman. That's taller
But
than Yao Ming.
let me get back.
Yao
to
Yao
definitely-
Ming in 7'6".
I'm gonna have to go soon
She's
to go
7'8".
pick up Amy in a little bit here. She just called me.
Do you say that's Greek or you say that's Indian?
He's
That's Indian.
He's trying to finish his story
It's Indian.
because he's got to go.
Are you gonna help him out? Help him out, dude.
I'm just saying. Like, he's
But anyway,
he's got to
see
go.
this-
And he
I
wants to
see
finish
this
his
woman,
story.
and of course everybody's staring at this woman. I'm sure she's used to people staring at her. And I said, and I'm looking straight at her torso, and I went, "I'm sorry." And then I looked up, and there she says, "That's okay." And she had this real tiny, light voice. You could tell she was probably very self-conscious of her height, because I mean, she could see over the buildings. So later on, she was still hanging
What a
out at that
dick.
same area. So I'm standing on the back of near the river, and I saw her. I said, once again, I want to apologize for running into you. And she said, "No, it's all right." And we started talking, and I said,
You're a huge bitch.
she says, it's my height, isn't it? And I said, it's just, you have a gift. You have an amazing perspective on life.
It's not a gift. It's a tumor.
Did
Well,
you
it's a
did you
tumor,
then
I
tell
know,
her?
but I
Did you
was
then
being
tell
nice
her
about
that you wish she was there when you were roofing?
She could have caught me.
She could have just handed you
Could
shit.
have grabbed me from the side of the building. And
She
put me
could have
down.
been your Groot.
You should have said, "Hey, Kong, come here."
She said she gets a lot of weird comments and stuff like that. I said, I'm sure, but yeah, I just thought she was very hulkish, because she was very
Hulkish.
well built too. She wasn't just like a dumpy 7 foot tall woman. She looked like she worked out, which again, that's just another intimidation factor. You would not want to fight this woman. I don't care who you are. You know, she could probably kick some ass or burst through a wall or something. She was like, it was like talking to a Nephilim or you know, it was insane.
I thought she was Greek. Now all of a sudden she's Norwegian.
Nephilim giants.
There you go.
That's pretty hot, actually.
Did you run into her?
I'd fuck that chick.
Nephilim giants or tall people? Holy shit!
I thought I was looking at was one of them. I was like,
what the
shit,
fuck is a Nephilim?
Oh, you don't know what a Nephilim is?
I don't.
I know what Niflheim is. I don't know what a Nephilim is.
A Nephilim. Okay, we're gonna go biblical here. A Nephilim are the children of the angels that fell. When the angels that fell came down and took human women as wives, their children were Nephilim. They were giants, and there were giants in those days. It's in the Bible like that. So
yeah,
I know what giants in them days.
Yeah, that's exactly how it's worded. But the Nephilim were giant people. They're also depicted as some people think that some of the actual pharaohs in Egypt were Nephilim, because if you look at the pictures on the walls, most of the time the pharaohs are sitting, or certain pharaohs are sitting, and then the people are staring at them. They're standing in their eye level. So if that person were to stand up, how much taller they would be than everybody else in their kingdom. So it's just one of those things. It's a story.
That's why they were godlike, you know.
That's why they were godlike, that sort of thing. So they made giants, you know, their rulers. You know, because they were like gigantic them. You know, so it's just a theory. Anyway, back to this. This woman was incredibly nice, and she was incredibly tall and very, very fit. She was like, I mean, her arms were the size of my calves.
And when she held you, you never felt safer.
I didn't feel, you know, I just wanted to.
Where did you run into her
at down on River Street.
At the tits.
Kyle is trying to stalk her now because he's like infatuated with her.
Oh, she's actually very pretty. She's not like drop dead.
If this is the same person.
Yeah, but she's extremely pretty.
I don't think they're the tallest people in the world.
Did you say what did she tell you her name?
You know, I never actually asked her name.
Did you ask her height?
No, but I thought that would be rude since she you know, she probably gets that a lot. Like, well, God damn, how tall are you?
No, if you say it like that, that's kind of rude. But if you like,
yeah, but I mean, I didn't want to be, you know, I was being nice. We're having casual conversation, and I thought, you know, for me to, you know, how tall are you? You know, I just didn't want to do that. I felt weird.
You could have been like, I just want to know.
Well,
how many stepladders I need to look the most beautiful woman in the world in the eyes.
Well, I know she's close to. She has to have been at least 7 foot tall, because I was using.
Rum, I'm not trying to be mean to cut you off, but Adam just showed everybody why he's single. I mean, he just did.
How many stepladders?
Fuck y'all.
How many stepladders I need to get up there and look you in your eyes, beautiful? None, nigga, because I'm gonna kick you down.
No, but perspective-wise, she was a foot shy of the 8-foot post that she was standing by, or just maybe less than a foot shy of 8 foot on those posts.
Did she have a shirt that said "Must be this tall to ride"?
They were building supports. Her head hit the chains on the ceiling fans on the ceilings, and those ceiling fans are like, the ceiling fans are 9.5 feet up, and the chains hang down just about a foot down, maybe a foot and a half down.
9.5 feet up.
Yeah.
Where you at? Yeah, you know that.
Because I installed them.
Because he put them there.
So
didn't this motherfucker just fall off the roof? Don't you know he put shit up high?
He knows that because he once met a 9.5 tall foot woman, and she was.
And she was like, "Man, these ceiling fan blades hit me in the head."
Anyway, very, very interesting person
Most
to meet.
places have 10-foot ceilings.
What?
And
yeah,
no,
that's pretty cool, Rum.
Yeah, I thought it was neat.
It's nice
kind of tied into the Hulk story. So
yeah, that's cool.
It really didn't, but
yeah, it really did, because she's kind of hulkish.
It tied in more to your falling story, in my opinion.
Well, you know, I thought it was nice. We were talking about big people and big things and, you know, big ideas, and I thought I'd throw a big person in.
Big titties.
Yeah,
speaking of big things, Rum.
Yeah.
Did you know I'm going to ask you this. You did, okay.
Did you ever know
that there
my
is
hero?
a vibrator retrieval team?
Why would I know that?
I don't know.
That's what I was wondering. Like, why did he go to Rum specifically with that?
Well, because he was talking, and then I said, "Dude, would you know?" And he goes, "Well, I would know." And so you do know about this.
Wait, where were you going, Ron?
What do you mean? Where was I going?
Oh.
I have no idea what Kyle's just.
Thought he was going somewhere.
He's in his.
I was going around the corner, Kyle, and then I ran into a very large woman.
Yes.
No, not that. Then not that. Don't worry about it.
But in the UK, they have a vibrator retrieval team because
Dun, dun, dun.
this obviously this happens a lot.
If you lose your vibrator up inside you.
It actually happens a lot
You gotta
there.
get it.
Isn't that what a hospital's for?
Yeah, well, it is. It's part of the hospital.
Also, how did they get an entire team inside there?
It's a hospital unit that goes in and retrieves the vibrators out of
that bitch
people.
don't know
They
how
have
to
a
keyboard,
large
right?
vagina.
I got a joke. How many nurses does it take to retrieve a vibrator from a woman's vagina?
How many?
I don't know, but I'd like to find out.
Why is he single? Ladies, tell me.
Fuck you.
Oh, I love it. All right.
But yeah, so like this chick got her and her boyfriend were playing around with a big ass vibrator and got stuck up her ass. And
Up her ass.
Up her ass.
That's different. I'm sorry
And
about the Kegel.
it went way up her ass, and they were trying to get it out. He actually got the salad tongs out to try to pull it out of her
would you-
ass.
That's
I got a
ridiculous.
story.
You definitely no. What you want to use is like a wine corkscrew.
I got a story.
Oh,
to the end and
right.
you pull it out. But then
A wine oh.
Kyle has a story about
then it gets
salad
to your cup.
tongs.
Not salad tossing.
What you got?
Oh,
Dildo up the
salad
ass?
tossing. Salad tossing,
Oh,
salad
nice,
tongs. Yeah,
nice.
that's good. All right, this is all kind of
That's
playing
kinda
together.
flow,
But
flow.
not dildos up the ass. Well, now stuff
Not right
being
now.
stuck up
I would
places.
like our listeners to know how well our monologues flow together, as you can see.
Stuff being stuck up places. But that's terrible. I thought it was like stuck in the pussy. I was
No,
like,
no,
yo,
no. It was stuck up
your-
her ass,
your-
and
your Kegel skills are
and she
terrible.
also wanted to let everybody know,
Yes.
just because this happened, that not to be upset, that she will try anal again and keep doing this. I was like,
well,
that's
maybe
so
she
sweet.
should get an attached dick this time.
Yeah, well,
instead of-
well, it was her and her boyfriend were doing this.
Right, but then you got like
I think she wanted to be DP'd, but they could.
Exactly.
They didn't know anybody that would like take.
So they put the vibrator in, and it just went way up in there
Oh man, you put the penis. Why would you put the vibrator?
because he was fucking her pussy, and he shoved it.
So switch that out.
Now let's go to these salad tossing.
Not salad
interesting.
tossing. No,
It's like a sport.
stuff being stuck up.
Rum,
places.
can you stick around for this, or you?
I can be here for about another 10 minutes.
Okay.
All right, salad tossing.
There we go.
Okay.
That's my question.
Go ahead.
Okay, but yeah, man, stuff being stuck up places.
Yes.
You ever got like
No.
ask it anyway.
No, go ahead.
People in the world. You ever got like a condom stuck in a woman before?
No.
No.
Well, why would you get the? Why would you? Did you not put it on correctly?
It's not that. Sometimes
fell off his little dick.
Yeah, no.
What did
Not
you
at all.
do? Just stuff it up there for shits and giggles?
It's not,
Was she smuggling like cocaine?
like it doesn't
Heroin
it fucking,
smuggling.
It doesn't stay on.
yeah it doesn't.
Well, if you
not-
put the
it's right
lube
down
side on the
there.
outside, they stay on a lot easier.
That's
Well,
that's
he
terrible.
probably turned it inside out.
no
He used it twice.
Because they were listening to disco, and the song was "Inside Out." You turn to me, so he thought it went along.
Are you being bad?
Most of the time, if you got that, or if you got like if you got one that breaks,
Oh yeah, the breaking.
yeah, and what happened is I've gotten he's gonna enjoy this.
Yeah. Go ahead.
What happened is this is how you get those right there. When you either you get a pop condom or a condom gets too fucking squirrely when it gets all juicy and tight.
He had a
So-
squirrely condom.
Yeah,
Well, we
no.
understand the intent. You know?
Yeah,
I heard of sheepskin, not squirrely condoms.
no,
They're more expensive.
Squirrelies?
no,
You're guaranteed to bust
none
a
of
nut,
that.
though.
None of that. There's the booty call or whatever. But I'm gonna continue.
Continue. Go ahead.
Right, and it the condom got stuck, but the condom got stuck to a point to where it wasn't reachable by fingers. You know, it got way too stuck. Like it got stuck to the point to where like she had to get a mirror and see what was happening.
Oh wow, that is up there.
You couldn't help out.
Well, my fingers.
What?
You see
Wait.
where my fingers work? They ain't long enough.
First of all,
to reach
how does the
anything.
mirror help?
Cause she can't see her own pussy.
I understand that, but I don't see how visually it's gonna
Well,
help.
if you can see the
Like,
piece
because
of the
you gotta
condom, might
spread
be
your
able to
pussy
grab it.
first, and then
She needed to know what was going on. She was like, because she had an old lady. I mean, she had an old man, right? So we needed to know.
So wait, this ain't you
if
ain't
he
fucking
wasn't in the bed.
No, he was.
I was. So, like.
Oh, I'm with you now. All right,
So we was
I got the
worried
missing part of that story.
We was worried that it might have been in the bed, and that's not what you want. You don't want like a lost condom in the bed when you got an old man and shit. So
Because you don't want her love to be a 187.
yeah. So we had to like look for shit, and we realized that it was up in her vagina, and she had to get a spoon. You know the wooden spoon.
A spoon.
You know the wooden spoons that you cook with.
That sounds horrible.
She could have knocked it out all at once.
First of all,
You know
those
the
things,
long ones?
those
They got
things do get splinters, by the way.
Yeah, I know, but she.
This could only be worse if you were like, well,
She
she
preferred a
decided to
ladle.
get the vacuum cleaner and just
Why didn't she just use a wire hanger and get rid of both the kid and the
Yeah, there
condom?
you go. That's terrible. Oh.
You know, if she could have, I mean, I don't know. This is just what I've heard. I don't know, but from
Rum's
what I
had many
understand,
things
you
stuck in
can
him.
you can work the muscles internally by coughing to put.
Well, women
Lower.
say that if it'll just work itself out anyway because
Yeah,
it's
that's
foreign in your body.
What you should have been like, well, you know, like my dick kind of hooks at the end, so if we.
Don't hook. No, you're just gonna jam it up in there further. That's just like when you got cotton
I'm
balls
just kidding,
stuck in you.
Kyle. It wasn't a serious.
I know, but still, you gotta understand the jam.
Nobody's
factor.
taking advice from this session, by the
You
way,
gotta-
except maybe don't shove a wooden spoon up your pussy, because it won't end well.
Or salad tongs.
It did end well. It ended. Oh, 'cause,
Or it might not
She got
end
it
well.
out. And it was like,
Oh, that's good. She got it out then.
Well, that's good.
All right. Well, there's there's a lesson to be learned there, people. If you're
What were you thinking while she was spooning her pussy?
I was
Man, this is hot.
I'm glad I didn't come.
That's
Two lessons
That's a
to
good
learn.
answer.
Two
Actually,
lessons.
that's a
Two lessons.
pretty good answer.
I like it.
God, Kyle. The adventures of Kyle.
You know what? I
Fun
regret.
times.
You regret what, sir?
I regret having to leave y'all at this pinnacle moment in the conversation.
Well, we're almost done anyway, so.
So
Are we? 'Cause I
I
got a big
must bid
story.
you adieu.
Yeah, we're almost finished, man. It's almost been over an hour.
Shh. Okay, we're good. I got so many shows today.
And well, gentlemen, it's been nice. It's been fun.
Bye,
right,
Rum.
brother.
Please take care of yourself, Rum.
No more
I will do
no more
so.
falling
Have
off of roofs and
Have me
shit.
come out there and yell at you. And
I'm gonna go change the bandage on my arm.
tell the
and then
big
go
bitch to
pick my
take
weapon.
care of you. She knows. She knows how
He's
to
not
rock.
talking about your wife.
Yeah, not Amy. Not Amy. No,
okay.
the tall woman.
Yeah. No, not your wife. No, not.
No.
You have her pick you up. You
That's
have her
right, that's
and
right.
Swaddle you.
All right, Rum, we'll
I
get
can
out of
see
here, man,
swallow.
and tell Amy we said hey.
All right, y'all. Well, you have a great one.
Yes, sir.
I'm the rum guy.
Later, brother.
Talk to you later, Ron.
So, what do you have?
Okay, so I had a story that we held for like 2-3 weeks because we were trying to have Kyle in the
Make
same
sure call,
room.
yeah.
Uh,
And the reason we didn't do it the other day was because you know your racist brother was here. So
No, I don't know what story you're talking about, but it's not that one. 'Cause we actually ended up doing it when Kyle wasn't here,
Right.
just because we held on to it so long. So basically,
I already do.
I was, I guess a month or two ago, I was listening to Joey Diaz's podcast, and he had Bert Kreischer on. They were talking about how
Bert Chrysler.
they were talking about Amy Schumer because apparently her shows, even though she's considered in Hollywood like an A-list comedian, she's having trouble selling out her shows. She's like less and less people are showing up, and they were trying to. They were talking about like what could be the reason, and they were coming up with all kinds of stuff. At one point, they were like, "Well, maybe like the idea of like going to like a one-person comedy show where you spend like $100 or whatever is just dead. Maybe people aren't down for that and whatever." And I was listening to him. I was like, "No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it." And so the real reason is very simple. Amy Schumer stopped being a comic once she got popular. Like now she thinks she's like this big celebrity. Instead, you know, she made her career talking about her pussy. And, you know, now she's like trying to tell you who to vote for and like what, you know, like talking about like, I think I was raped 10 years ago and I just realized it and that kind of stuff. Pine far, you know. But that's the reason. Like she made her name as a dirty comic, and now she wants you to take her seriously, and she acts kind of stuck up and like feels the need to like fucking talk about retarded shit. Like, well, not retarded shit, but just like be political and what have you. Like she talks a lot about gun control and all that stuff. Now I said all that to say, so something happened to her recently that I don't know if it went viral, but she was doing one of her shows, and I don't remember where it was. I want to say it was like Largo in California. And, you know, I mean, she commands an audience of a couple thousand, something like that, like maybe 2,000 or something. So, and I don't know how many people were actually there, though. So, during her show, she brings this guy up on stage, just some random audience member. I guess she had asked, like, raise your hand if you're going to vote for Donald Trump. And some guy must have said, you know, raised his hand or whatever. So she brings him up and she starts talking to the guy and asking him why. And the guy, basically, he's a guy that normally votes for Democrats but hates Hillary Clinton. He just said, I'm not really voting for Donald Trump. I'm just voting against Hillary. And so she got mad and just said, okay, you're done, and sent him downstairs. So the guy walked away. And then she goes on this rant about, well, first of all, her reasoning for voting for Hillary Clinton is as simple as they invited her to Hillary's birthday party and she got to talk to her personally. So that's why she's voting for her. Secondly, okay. But that's not the point. None of this is the point. She goes on this rant about why you shouldn't vote for Donald Trump, and she sees people starting to get like aggravated because it's not a comedy show anymore.
Exactly, kid.
Now it's just political speech. Regardless of who you vote for, like these people spent, from what I understand, some of those tickets were $300 fucking dollars. Which, if you paid that to see Amy Schumer, you're a fucking idiot. Like there's like if Richard Pryor came back from the dead, I don't think I'd spend $300.
I would spend $300. What?
I don't.
For Richard Pryor, I would.
I would. If George Carlin came back from the dead,
I would.
I would spend more.
I wouldn't. I can see you in your glory days when you were at the height of your powers. On DVD.
Like, what if he came back from the dead that age?
I'd spend $100, but I wouldn't spend $300.
I would like to see him do it live, but I'd spend a little bit less if they had a holograph.
Jesus Christ, this is just a metaphor. Is it like Richard Pryor's not coming back from the dead? You know, like
you never know. Walking Dead.
Holograph that shit.
That's not how Walking Dead works. But
Fuck
anyway,
Walking Dead, bro.
So.
He didn't get shot in the head.
So people start getting pissed because, and she can hear people getting pissed, and she's just like, "This is really important. So this is my show. You're gonna listen for. You can spend 5 minutes and listen." And she just starts talking about this fucking like fucking Hillary Clinton, why she stands with her and all this shit, and people start booing.
Good.
So she gets upset and she's like, "I'm not gonna put up with this. If you're loud, if you boo, you'll be escorted out." And so at that point, 300 people get up and walk out of her show.
That's awesome.
Well, not really, because those people spent at least $100.
I'm sure they got their money back.
I guarantee you they didn't.
Oh, some of them did. I'm sure.
I promise you. Well, I can't promise you because I don't know, but I don't think so.
You get enough complaints, dude. They'll give you your money back.
I mean, I guess we can
real.
look it up, but either way. But so my point, like, you're a comedian, so I'm not. We're not discussing like who you should vote for or all that. But
no.
My big problem with a lot of like, and Sarah Silverman's a perfect example, except Sarah Silverman's way more talented than Amy Schumer is.
I like Sarah.
But Sarah Silverman did the same thing where she became popular for literally being on stage and having her vagina sing Amazing Grace.
Yes.
And then she wants to talk to you about like who you should vote for and, you know, serious issues. And it's like, no, you didn't. No, like I can't take you seriously. You're not a serious person. You might be a smart person. You're a talented comedian. But I can't take you seriously. But the difference again,
all the politics, man. Can't stand it.
Well,
Politics and anything bothers me.
Well,
music,
but
everything.
there are political comedians. If you go to a Bill Maher show or a Louis Black show
Well, you're
or a Dennis
expected that.
Miller show,
Right.
but there are also people who that is their act. They know how to make it funny. When you're talking about somebody whose jokes, again, all her jokes are about her pussy. All of her jokes. They're all about how, I got drunk and fucked a bunch of guys. You then you decide in the middle of your show to get on a soapbox, and that's and it's not. And there's always the Dixie Chicks thing where they're like, well, we should be allowed to express our opinion, but people just want us to shut up and sing. It's like, well, that's what they're paying you for. They're not paying you for your fucking opinion.
Yeah, like we're here for a comedy show. We don't want to hear this politics shit, man.
Well, there's also a thing where you can. Because comedy, and you mentioned Carlin earlier, and prior to, there's a thing where comedy is used to make people think about things,
right?
And you can use that way. But two things: number one, that's different from politics. Like politics is like go vote for this person, or don't vote for this, whatever. But talking about issues and using humor as a way to get that across is a very common thing, and it's a very good way to do it. But they don't want to hear it from a chick who just talks about her pussy.
Right. I'm like, just do your act. Don't try to preach to me about your viewpoints on shit, because I'm a felon. I ain't voting for nobody. So.
I don't think we can do better than that closing line. I don't think
so either.
I mean, no sense, but you know what? It's kind of perfect. Bitch, I don't care. I can't vote illegally.
You can preach all you want, motherfucker.
Doesn't matter to me.
It's just interesting to me, and it's the Hollywood mentality, and I don't blame her, because I think she's surrounded by people who are probably telling her, why don't you get involved in a cause? And your uncle is Senator Chuck Schumer, so you should go on stage with him and talk about gun control and all that. I can't even fucking. I just hate it all. I hate it all. It's just all icky. Most people are like, oh, you need to at least learn about. No, I don't. I don't need to learn about any of that shit at all. Well, is it going to help? You can look at celebrities like The Rock and like Michael Jordan that everybody loves, and you never hear them talking about politics. You might see them talking about something that they consider serious, but they're never fucking talking about politics. And I'm sure The Rock and I disagree on many subject, but I don't know that. If he ran for office, I'd be like, I'll vote for The Rock. Because he hasn't alienated me as an audience member.
Because you want to sleep with him.
I would let The Rock make love to me.
See, I told you,
man.
He does.
But that's just fucking common sense. He's The Rock. I would question the judgment of somebody who wouldn't let The Rock fuck them.
Have you seen him in that movie with Kevin Hart?
I did not.
Yeah, I didn't like that movie. I thought it was okay.
Did you see him at the end, right?
Yeah, when he took off all his clothes.
All of his clothes.
Yeah.
Did you get excited?
That was weird.
It's an exciting moment right there. You gotta be excited for that.
I thought it was pretty weird. I was like,
it was weird for that occasion, but it's like this motherfucker works hard. Okay, just like him, just like goddamn Arnold Schwarzenegger, just like goddamn Sylvester Stallone.
And when he says he was naked, by the way, he was probably literally only wearing a cock sock, because you saw everything but.
Yeah, Terry Crews too.
Terry Crews, yeah.
He works out a lot too, man.
It's a big old.
It's not a competition.
Well, he was saying all the people who work for the stuff. I said that's the four that I can think of that you.
Fucking Kevin Hart has a mentality like that too, which is crazy. I just wanted.
You want to have sex with Kevin Hart?
Time. I didn't go there at all.
You'd have a movie career after.
Yeah, you would.
Nah.
Kevin Hart obviously fucks everybody because he's in everything.
Kev,
is that what it is?
Kev, I think you put me in a movie now. Oh, that's not a question. I have the footage.
I have the footage. Yeah, I'd love it.
You'd love to sleep with Kevin Hart.
I don't know where that went.
I don't either. And see, we had a good ending, and now we went to rape again.
And we didn't go to rape.
That wasn't rape.
Jesus. Pond far, bro.
My bad.
All right, and on that note.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I was your host, Wayne.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Kyle.
And the Rum Guy is gone. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, to keep it metal!
It's baby making season.
Yeah, baby come. That's probably one of the most fucked up things I've ever heard you say.
Hey guys, this is Ryan and Mandy, and we're here again with another Full Metal movie review.
Hey guys.
How you doing today, Mandy?
Good, how are you?
Besides talking over you, I'm doing real good.
My fault. Sorry.
All right, so we have a couple more movies today, huh?
That we do.
Okay, so the first one was your pick. Ladies first, of course.
Okay.
So it was called After.
Yep. I believe it came out in 2012, I believe. And it's supposed to be a fantasy thriller.
Yeah, on Netflix it says, after surviving a bus crash, Freddie and Anne learn that they are the only sole survivors in their small town of Pearl, population 2. So what did you think of it?
Well, you know, it had a pretty interesting start. I know, like I said, I don't want to give too much of the movie away or anything like that, but it was interesting to see, you know, her wake up and the armpit hair thing. That was interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, overall, I think some parts probably could have been a little bit stronger. The ending could have been a little stronger for me, but overall, not a bad movie.
Yeah, it wasn't the best thing I've seen, but it wasn't the worst. You know, what it reminded me of a whole lot was someone that really, really liked Pan's Labyrinth a lot, kind of.
Yes. Yeah, I could definitely see that.
And, you know, the evil incarnate, let's say, at the end of the movie was super cool. It was,
yes.
I wish that would have been in the movie a lot more.
Yeah, me too. Definitely agree with that. Yeah, that character could have definitely been a lot stronger.
But as far as acting, it wasn't bad. No, it was pretty good.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I thought so too. It was kind of neat to see how it, you know, how the characters interacted with one another as far as, you know, history goes. But yeah, I don't know. It's not a movie that I would probably watch again. But like you said, that and the reincarnation character is.
So it's not a movie you would watch, but you're not mad that you did watch it.
That's correct.
Yeah, because there's some movies I've watched.
Yes.
I'm like, why the hell did I do that to myself? You know.
Yes. Yeah.
And usually after about 10 minutes, you know this movie's really, really gonna suck, and I probably shouldn't watch it. But maybe it'll get better, and then at the end you're like, oh hell.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a train wreck by any means. You know, it's definitely worth a first watch.
It's a bus
second
wreck.
watch, maybe not.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree. It wasn't that bad at all. Okay, so the second movie we watched was called The Bloodlands. And it says a couple fleeing the London rat race snaps up a Scottish farmhouse for a song, only to find unexpected horrors awaiting for them in the night.
Okay, so this was your pick. So what'd you think?
I liked probably 85% of the movie. I really liked the characters. They were relatable. And it was well acted. It was a bit slow maybe at first, but you really didn't care about it because it was so visually appealing. And it was just really well shot and really pretty, in my opinion.
Yep.
Once the action picked up, I didn't know 100% what to expect, whether it was, you know, supernatural stuff or, you know, what was happening or what was going to happen.
Right.
I didn't hate it. It was, like I said, 85% good. I maybe hated the end a whole lot.
Yes.
What did you think?
You know, I probably liked it probably around 65%. I liked the cinematography on it as well. I thought that was really well done. I liked the house and the setting and everything like that, and I do agree, it just had a really slow build, and I guess I was expecting something a little bit more out of it. But the characters were actually really relatable, and I kind of felt like I was there too in some places. So, but yes, the ending definitely needs a little bit of improvement, I think.
I liked the whole thing up until like the last 10 minutes maybe. And then I was like, I was like, why? Why'd you do that to me? No,
yes.
I mean, some people are going to love it. You know,
Yep.
Some people are going to be, oh, that's awesome. Everything's great. But I was kind of like,
definitely. Yeah, I guess I found the ending, like the last like 3 minutes of the movie, odd.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was like they had a. I don't know this. This isn't going to give too much away, but to me, it was like they had a test audience that watched the movie and said, "Let's make the ending a little bit happy."
Yeah, maybe.
You know, it's like, stop. It's supposed to be a freak out movie a little bit.
A little bit, yes. And for those of you that don't know, I did have a little trouble finding it on Netflix. It is under the Bloodlands, but it is also under White Settlers.
Yeah, well, that was weird, wasn't it?
Yes. Yep. Because when we picked the movies, I went to go and get it, and I couldn't find it. So, but I found it under the additional name of White Settlers. But, yeah, overall, I'd probably say 65% for me. I'm glad you enjoyed it, though.
Yeah, I'd actually probably
give it a second run just in case.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'd put it in my collection. I might, like, wait at the end and never really tell anybody that I owned it.
There you go.
I like the cinematography that much.
Yes.
The story was good up until a point, but I mean, it really is probably for a lot of people, just not probably myself.
Right. I think I'm with you though. I mean, the cinematography was really good. So, I felt like you were there. You know, it just a little bit more relatable setting, I guess.
Yeah.
So
we're doing good. We haven't found a movie yet that we absolutely hated, and I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna happen.
Oh yes, yeah, definitely. I am sure I'm gonna be like, what was that?
Now I like the thing incarnation of whatever in your movie, the best out of everything we saw on those movies, though. I mean that just for the price of admission alone is probably worth watching it.
Definitely.
It seriously reminded me of Del Toro.
Oh, did it really? Yeah, I can kind of see that.
Yeah, it just reminded me of something he would have thought of. Maybe not executed as good as he would have, but anyway.
Yeah. But actually, that section had a really nice build to it, though.
Mm-hmm. It really did.
Yep.
All right, so I guess that's going to wrap up this Full Metal movie review. Anything you'd like to say?
Just that I look forward to the next movie, and I hope you guys enjoyed listening to our review and look forward to listening to more.
And if you guys have any movies you think we need to watch, go ahead and leave them in the comment section or send them in, and we'll try to find them and review them for you guys.
Yeah, definitely. All right, guys. Well, I guess that's it for today, and we'll talk to you next episode.
Back to you guys.